Well, we're going to get started anyway. We're going to jump in. Welcome to the NPS One platform. This is NPS One is a payments platform designed for business owners. This is a modern business platform creating business infrastructure for businesses, whether you're e-commerce, a service business, any type of business that does invoicing, accepts payments, nonprofits, any type of business, wholesalers, distributors, air conditioning companies, accountant office, bookkeepers, anybody who's accepting payments, um, you can use our platform. And let's get into who we are, Nationwide Payment Systems. We've been around since 2001, and this is our website. You can come in here, you can view our solutions page, which shows all of the solutions that we offer. You can come in and see all the different solutions. You can, and then we're going to get into everything now. We're going to talk about our dashboard. And here, this is the Nationwide Payment Systems dashboard. After you have completed your application, all your paperwork is here. You can set up 2FA if you need to. You can do, we always verify everything. You have copies of your paperwork. We are fully transparent with that. And here you'll see your authorizations. This is a test account, so there is no data here. See your settled batches here. You'll be able to see all your deposits. If you have any chargebacks or disputes, they would appear here, and you're able to actually respond to these in the dashboard. And this calculates all your chargeback history and percentages so you know exactly what's going on. Merchant statements are right here. You can do custom. You can download them if you have multiple merchant accounts. You can switch between accounts. Here's our developer area. We have APIs. You can create an API key and use our API. We have a RESTful API, very similar to Stripe. You can also build webhooks, so you can create webhooks when people do invoicing sometimes from custom systems. You can create a webhook so you can go back and mark those paid. Here is if you had multiple accounts, you'd be able to get in here to those multiple accounts. Then we're going to come over here into the payment screen. And again, you can switch between merchants here. And in here, this is our virtual terminal. We've had a few people ask about this, so I'm going to come in and explain, put the amount. You can put your customer in here. Then you can, if you need to add tax, you can put tax. You want to send the receipt, put the email address there. There was a particular customer that it was already for. When you hit send receipt, their email would populate right there. So then when you come down to the payment method, it's credit card or ACH. So you always need to create, if you are going to collect an ACH, make sure you get a um, written authorization from the customer. And then you can collect, say, save for future payment. And then here under more options, this is where, you want to get the billing address. Scroll down so you can see that. And then authorization only. This came up. Somebody said, oh, we go out and we fill up gas at generators, or they're filling up gas for boats or anything like that. Or maybe people are, whatever, you're taking a deposit. So you can do an authorization only and then later go back and close that transaction and the payment is submitted. Transfers, this is for money to pay out. So if you want to pay out to somebody, you can pay your bills. Payment links, this is really great part of our software. Here you can create a single use. So this is very similar to Stripe, what they're doing. Put in a description, enter an amount. You can even select products, and we'll get into that in a minute. Collect the billing address, collect the phone number, save the details. And here you can also authorize only, create the link to put it down here, create a link. This link can be emailed, texted, or both to the customer. Very easy to use. Or then over here, advanced builder. And here you can build this out. You can have an after payment page. You can upload, you can have a message, a heading, create a link for that, payment page. This is all customizable. Everything we do in our system is fully customizable. So your customers do not see nationwide payment systems. So you can do all your branding in here, put in your logo, put in everything here, your colors, how you want them to look, and it's all customized for your business. Custom business information. Everything is all customized to what you are doing in your business. And create a link and send that. This is a little bit more of an advanced payment link. All your customers are saved here. You can add them in manually or as they do things. Here you can put in all your products and services. This is something we give for free WooCommerce plugin, and then we're going to get into our advanced payment gateway, smart invoicing. We set you up with Apple Pay and Google Pay also. Your domains have to be linked back to the system so that the Apple Pay and the Google Wallet work. Now we're going to get into our dashboard over here. First, let's go through the settings so we have a good understanding. And again, this is all set up so that it's branded for your business. It's not when you send an invoice out from Stripe, PayPal, Square, QuickBooks, it has their logo. Customers are essentially paying them. With us, they're paying you. Your logo, we're going to render everything into your colors. And here we have extra steps. So when you're sending out payment links and you're sending out invoices, you can include your terms and conditions. You can include your refund policy. So it's all agreed to. Privacy policies, all your information is here. And then integration, you're going to integrate your QuickBooks Online account. And we're going to talk about what happens when you do that. Fees, you can do a flat convenience fee. You can do a surcharge, a service fee on everything cash discount. That's where all credit cards are being charged the fee, and ACH, you are paying the fee. We have automations, somewhat like AI, where you can have terms. So when you're sending out your invoices, what are the terms you're offering to that particular customer? Have payment reminders, and you can make more. You can do whatever you want there. It's all customized for what you want. You can offer an early pay discount. You can also add late fees. Client portal. This is also one of the great things about this software is that there's a client portal. You can see the mobile view, the desktop view, clients, and also the people making invoices. This is good for them too, because you'll be able to easily go back and look at what your customer ordered before, how much they paid, and that way, everything is good. If you're a nonprofit, people can see what was a donation and what was not a donation. That way they can get their tax deductible receipts and hand them to their accountant easily. Notifications, this is all customized. You can send this to as many email addresses as you want. Users, QuickBooks charges you for users. So if you're a company and you're paying for 10 or 25 users, sometimes people are sharing logins. You can totally eliminate that. You can create as many users as you want. You can create different roles. When you add a role, You can call it something and then you can check off what they can do and what they can't do. Once you create a role, then you can go back to users and, we have a tech, a primary contact, a rep. You can give everybody whatever access you want them to do. Now, once you link your QuickBooks Online to the Smart Invoicing tool, three things happen. One, all your invoices come over. So we're going to click all your invoices come here, all your customers. We all come here. So you can anything you add in our system automatically gets synced to QuickBooks because it's a two-way sync. Two-way. So anything you add here goes over to QuickBooks. Anything you're adding in QuickBooks comes over here. There's also an onboarding link that you can send customers so they can onboard themselves. The next thing that happens, so we talked about invoices, customers, and now items. That's everything that you sell. So you can break everything down, services, products, whatever that is. You can import lists in here, add a new item manually. You have all your pricing in here as to what they are. And that's how that works. Then, so it's very easy to create an invoice. You just click new invoice and you start going. Put in the date, due upon receipt, or maybe it's a different term. The due date will change. Who's the customer? What are the details of what you're selling them? Our software also gives you the option if you're doing dual pricing, you can apply the discount, apply this, or not apply it. You can do it by you can set it in the back end section to where it allows you to click this on and off. So maybe you're selling something for $10,000 and you don't want to charge, but then you're selling something for a few $100s and you want to charge the fee, you can charge the fee. You can send immediately, charge the payment, select the date. We have a lot of flexibility. Require them to agree to have the payment on file, add messages, all the automations are down here. You see your logo appears here. So it's very easy to create invoices. Also in the help center, we have a training center that is full of a library of, this is a full library of all the different things you can do with the software. So, and the videos are very short. So it explains how to do everything that the software does. Payment requests, those can be sent out. Customer amount, auto assign an invoice or put in an invoice number, put in a description, boom, 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 generate a payment link. It's texted or emailed. Payments here, a new payment. Again, the virtual terminal. The virtual terminal is over here as well. So how that's working. So it's very easy to use. You can also set up recurring payments, see, and the tutorial pops up here, begin tutorial. So someone can learn, your employees or you can learn how to use the software very easily. It's very intuitive. Fill in the blank. So you can create, put in a customer, send the amount, send the description. Is this a monthly payment? Is this bi-weekly, quarterly, whatever it is? The duration is forever or how many payments start on. Maybe there's a trial period and then they get charged. Sent to the customer immediately. Apply dual pricing. So when you apply dual pricing, I'll put in an amount here, 100. Scroll down. And there it'll show 104 for card, 100 for ACH. Very easy to create this. Let's say you're a pool company. You can just email this to your customer. Boom, they're enrolled. Or pest control, however it is, that whatever they're signing up for. Payment links. Let's do this. I'm basically doing this e-commerce without having an e-commerce website. Being able to accept payments very easily. So I'm going to go through these payment links. This is a product link. It is very easy to set up. I'm going to set one up right now. We're going to do a barbecue. again, cash discount count is here. Do we want to collect their payment on file, add them to the customer portal. You can change this from buy now to whatever you like. Go to the next screen. If there's additional information you want to collect, maybe it's business name or something else that you want to collect from them, then you can share this link and boom, that you are selling your barbecue. Now let's go back to payment links again. Here you can create multiple products in here and go over here and you could have, this is something we just did for somebody. And now we'll have payment on file. Next, save. Then let's say now someone, you send this out and they can be looking at this and go, oh, they're going to, how many tickets are they getting for this? How many for that? How many for this? And then that way, and then they can check out for the total amount and they placing their order. Now we'll go back to the next payment link. This is for donations for nonprofits. So it's important when you have a nonprofit, some nonprofit software only allows you to take donations, but then there are other things going on the platform. What other things are going on the platform is that there's, you might have people they're paying for a barbecue or they're buying a book. So you can do that over here. And then I'll go back again in the customer portal. It breaks down what was a donation, tax deductible donation with a federal tax ID number and everything. So we're going to go in here. We're going to build one of these out. 25, 50, 75, 100. We recommend default amount, minimum amount. Always put like $10. You don't want people trying to robot your page. Monthly, do you want quarterly? You want to default to this or default to whichever, however you want to default. Now the form is here. You can see here. They can pay by credit card or by ACH. Next, what is it for? You can give everything names. You can upload an image. You can ask the donor to cover the fees. So we're going to put 4% here, 1% there. That's going to change everything. When we go to the bottom, you're going to see there's $1 added for the card and the bank, everything. Your tax ID number goes here. What fund is this for? So you can create multiple links. Maybe you have a general fund. Maybe you have giving on Sundays. Maybe you're trying to raise money for a playground, whatever it is. You can have an action button, custom message for each one. Any additional you want to collect there. You can take these QR codes, print it out. We have some churches and nonprofits that have events. They put the QR codes up on the wall. They put them out on the tables in the church. They put them out in the church, and then makes it really easy. Any kind of nonprofit to be collecting money, they can embed this on their website really, really easily with they don't even have to know how to code. All the code is right there. And it all breaks it down so that when you come over, I'm going to go over here to the customer portal. And in the portal, it's going to show what was a donation and then other payments are not tax deductible. And that's how that goes. Now, if we have any questions, I'll start to answer some questions in here about what this is. One of the things that a lot of merchants don't understand is, I don't want to say there's secrets in the merchant service business, but there are secrets in merchant services that business owners don't know about. One of the secrets is SIC codes. Sometimes your SIC code determines how much interchange you are paying out. Interchange is something payment companies don't make money from. So we always want to use the correct interchange, the correct SIC code, so you get the best interchange fees. We don't want you to get no reason to overcharge. There's probably 20 or 25 SIC codes from insurance, nonprofit, restaurant, utility bills, all kinds of different businesses that we support, and you get much lower interchange fees for your credit card processing. The other thing is that we have this Durbin Amendment since 2010, where there's a special rate for debit, 0.05 and 22 cents. So if you're on a cost plus, you're saving tons of money versus Stripe, who's charging you 3.5%. And this is like super, super important. So that's the breakdown. When you sign up, you get to the right place. Oops. You get your dashboard. This is one program, the NPS1 basic dashboard, and then or you can get the smart invoicing tool. So we have two tools, and that's the way that works. We also have a savings calculator that's coming up, going to be put on our website soon. You can come over here and calculate your savings. You can also send us a statement for analysis. And then this is our special offer. If you book a demo with us, you can go to nationwidepaymentsystems.com, book a strategy call. You can book a demo. If you do $50,000 a month in payments, you get 1 month free. $39 for the NPS1 platform. If you want to do the smart invoicing platform, it starts at $69 a month. And that includes everything. It's an all-in-one price. You're getting four things that you're getting more than four things. You're getting a merchant account, an ACH account, your gateway, and you're getting two-way sync with QuickBooks. You can use our smart invoicing with or without QuickBooks. That's up to you. We have several companies that use that, but don't use QuickBooks. They don't do that kind of accounting. And that's the way it works. We support 0% programs, surcharge, cost plus, convenience fee, whatever you need, we can support that. We also have a school group. You can join our school group. It's free. Go to school.com/NPS1 and join for free. And I hope that you and everybody enjoyed the webinar today. And there's replays up on the website. So if you're not watching this live and you want to get a more in-depth demo or you want to sign up, just send us a message, contact us, book a demo, and we'll take care of you. And if you qualify, you get 1 month free. Thank you for joining us today for the webinar. And whoops. And also we have a podcast, B2B Vault, the Biz to Biz podcast, which we do a podcast every week. So you can, where we provide educational information about entrepreneurship, business, payments, chargebacks, all kinds of different subject matter, interviewing executives from different companies and entrepreneurs and everybody. You can learn from what these business owners are doing and take advantage of our special offer just by booking a demo. Again, go to nationwidepaymentsystems.com, click strategy call, and you can join, get a demo, or you can just hit the contact us. We'll reach out and we can get you signed up. And thank you very much for listening to today's webinar on NPS1 and smart invoicing. And this is a weekly series, and the replays are on the site, and you can learn all about the different products and services we offer. Thank you.